Hey, babe, I'm here for a quick game of Madden before I got to get up out of here and run some important errands. It is Tappie Time, Volume 3. Let's go.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started.
I guess we're playing
And
against
off we
AI.
go from Soldier Field.
Over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy
Good
of the
pass,
30-yard line. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Oh, my God. Man. You so typical, dog. Whatever.
Achane here. They stay on
Didn't
the
work
ground.
this time, did
Go
it?
backwards here. Losing yardage back
Okay.
at the 48-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They're going deep for Hill.
Yeah. You gotta go to Hill. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Congratulations. Get an animal cracker. Is it the biggest achievement in your life, man? Like for real? Damn, you're a loser in life. You're a loser in life.
Scripted for certain players. That looked like a
Okay.
well-designed play to get one of
Okay.
their top targets
Okay.
involved.
Yeah, let's face it,
Yep.
Brandon. A player of his talent is a
Yep.
problem for any
Didn't do
opponent
me.
to defend, and we
So
saw it
now
right
what,
there.
ho?
They tried to
So
do
now
extra
what, ho?
lane to him. He still
Well, now
outfound the
what?
coverage and scored the
So
early
now
touchdown.
what?
Good luck trying to figure out how to defend
We
him
know you
as this game
Kool-Aid,
moves on.
man. We know there's a whole brand of y'all cats out here. Y'all are busters. Ooh.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
I'm not about to wait. You know, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna go shopping online and just play Madden, dog.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
To throw, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Six nothing our score after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Throwing is Williams. He's got Allen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Williams. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run this with Homer. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Quick throw complete. Touchdown Bears!
You were saying?
In the final seconds of the first half, and the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
be time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw, Williams. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This is Homer. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Homer. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Williams. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet. But
now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Tua. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
It's incomplete.
Night-night.
And they turn it over.
You tried it.
Go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Short in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
They'll try and run here with Evans.
There we go.
And he will get
Night-night, Buster. You tried it. Kool-Aid bullshit ain't gonna work on me, man. Come on, man. Mighty quiet over there, too. It's all good. I didn't give it to you at the 30. I'm a nice guy deep down.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, exactly. I did beat you. All I hear is excuses. All I hear is excuses.
Throwing Tua. Here's Achane to start the
drive. That's over.
He went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
That's over.
An interesting and intriguing
GG's.
Defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know.
Man, dog, you a buster. I knew you was a buster.
The extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stood behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes
it across the 40. It don't matter. Use them timeouts.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute
man
to go
around here.
in the football game.
You know what you're doing. I'm thinking that.
Now Tua.
Yep. Yep. You might as well. You might as well. For a dog fight him up now. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Please. That wasn't a dog fight with you. I'm the man. That's why. I am the man girlfriend. Look at this. You need Kool-Aid plays to get you going. Look at that. There we go. Good job, Chan. I see you.
That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense.
Yeah, game is over, Chan.
Pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Yeah, the game is over.
On first down, back to Achane.
Look at this. It's just pathetic. But GG's once again, I put you in your place where you should be, right underneath me. That's where you belong. Right under me. Right under me. You ain't nothing, dog. Get out of here, man. Don't smoke a blunt or something. I can't stand players like this. They're going to talk all this garbage. Want to talk all this garbage, and all they want to do is throw deep passes to Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, you don't got no skill. None. He's staying tall around here. Now, we didn't make him tap out, but like I told him, you might as well tapped out. I got time for one more. I want a night game. I want to change my jerseys. Let's do the cool brush ones. I'm gonna mute this guy as soon as we can pause the game, boy.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs.
And another Boston pick in Kansas City.
Out there to get this thing started.
It sure has been.
KC. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out.
There we go. Enough of that. Now,
and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Let's get into the game.
The break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams going to throw on the first play. To the perimeter, he got Odunze on the out. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run it with Homer. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they play it safe, pick up the first down.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. A gain of 11 on that one.
All right, Swift, I see you, boy.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here's Evans. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward. About 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams. He finds his big tight end, Everett. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the ground, it's Homer. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They need 8 as they come up for third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun.
Come on.
That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Santos's kick is good, and the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes.
Got it.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Owens. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
A run here with Swift. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet.
Continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hands as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now he'll run. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. A run here with Homer. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Allen in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
That's going to be caught. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown, Chicago.
Big man in the middle.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Here's a 2nd and 12. They go play action with Mahomes. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he can't hang on through the contact.
Right.
It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick.
Got the big, good job.
Picked off by Jonathan Owens.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
That's right, Bear. He's a picky.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
Boy didn't fight through that, but it's just 1 second. It's just 1 second left. He's just a little disappointed and more not fighting through that route.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. All right, Coach.
All right, so we got to kick off. Good job. Let's get this defense back out here.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Dexter's Laboratory.
In a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, second and 10. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Off the play fake, Mahomes.
The lurker!
Time today, he's intercepted.
Oh, yeah. What you thought this was, boy?
right side to the tight end, Komet.
There we go.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just slowly get up out of that.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll go. It's Swift.
All right, Mike, so think back
Oh, my goodness. You got that.
He's successful on 4th down. He decides to do it again. This time, the defense has other ideas and comes up with a huge 4th down stop.
A run. It's Pacheco. And he'll take this down to about the 7. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago.
2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he will score! Game on! Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible,
that's
finish
been a
with
Rooney.
the ball in your hands.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. Into the secondary at the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of mid.
Quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Oh, all alone, the tight end commit. Look at the big man go.
Oh, and it's stiff on the Andy. That's what I'm talking about, Cole Komet. Looking like a young Mike Dicker. Tappie time. There it is. It never fails, y'all. It never fails. Especially when you going to pick Kansas City. All right. Well, guys, that will conclude my live stream. I'm going to relax and put on the movie after I run my errand. I got to run to this store. Thank you for everybody that's watching. Everybody that watches in the future, just make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, but most importantly, mine, because I'm going to keep showing you how to beat teams like Kansas City, how to beat teams like Miami. They are no problem for the boss. This is your boy, your final boss, signing off. Peace and love. I'm gone. Peace.